everybody, it's Felisa. So, whew, y'all know that I never really know exactly what I'm about to talk about. I have a certain topic in mind, but I don't follow a script except for my missing person series that I'm getting ready to launch, and I have another upload for my adult children get on my nerves vlog. But I read an article a few weeks ago while I was on hiatus, and I kind of filed it away. And I've already done a vlog very similar to this, but I think that I've changed my position a little bit. And I think that vlog was either called roster dating or something along those lines, but it was specifically about dating multiple people at one time. And I think that at the time that I spoke about that, I really had a difficult time with it. I had a difficult time with the concept. It was something that I had seen in a wife group that I'm no longer a member of for various reasons. But the concept is pretty simple. You keep your options open and you're single until you're married. I struggle with that, and I still admittedly struggle with that terminology maybe. But this article went to great lengths to outline the reasons and the differences in dating multiple people at one time. And they didn't call it roster dating. She called it something else. But essentially, it is a way for you to get to know different people as you're dating. And the author's philosophy is that's what dating is for. And one thing that she did say that caught my eye that actually helped to change my perspective a little bit was that she was saying that most people, when they think about dating, think sex and have an aversion to it. And that's why a lot of women won't do it, because they feel like, they are whorish and slutty and all those kinds of things. And I swear it was like this woman just read my mind. That's exactly what I thought when I heard roster dating. That's exactly what I thought when I heard dating multiple people at once. I'm like, how can you really get to know somebody, first of all? Second of all, how can you be with all these different people at the same time? Like that seemed like a little STD-ish to me. Anyway, so as the author began to talk a little bit more, basically she was saying that no, it doesn't mean that you're sleeping with all these people. Now, I'm assuming the unsaid thing was you can if you want to, which I'm sure, somebody will exercise that right and that option. But that's not what it's about. It's about actually taking the time to go out with multiple people without commitments and really kind of narrowing down your options. Now, I always wondered from a male's perspective, who's going to really propose to you if you're not exclusive with them? Apparently, many men do this. Like, they want to take you off the market. That feels like game playing to me. That's like a very millennial kind of thing. I don't know how to do that. I'm not inclined to do that. Like, I literally am a one-man girl. I just want one dude. I want to focus all my attention on him. I want to give him all the praise, all the love, all the physical attention. That is just the way that I'm wired. Even with this I hesitate to talk about it because, quite frankly, y'all, it's a little painful for me because I did have to make a decision, and that decision was that situation was just not benefiting me what I needed. He's a wonderful guy, and I think the world of him. I really, really do. But I don't believe that he was emotionally available for me. I don't believe that it would have gone anywhere. I think that I would have just been circling the drain. And I think that he may have cared about me in some kind of way, but I don't think that it was serious. And I need to be serious about someone. And unfortunately, I found myself having developed some really pretty significant feelings for him. And it was hurtful to cut that off. I'm not even gonna lie. I literally was sitting in my office what did I do that for? But in the end, I felt like it was the best decision for me. I felt like it was the best decision for us. I honestly, would hate to lose him. For me, if I lost him as a friend, that would hurt worse than losing him as whatever it is that we created out of this friendship. I just don't. I'm at the age where I want something meaningful. I want something tangible. I want someone who is really into me, who really cares about me, who really loves me, who really wants to be in a relationship with me. And, maybe he was at the casual dating stage or the I see you when I see you stage. And that's cool for him and whoever he wants to do that with, but that's not where I am. And so rather than continue to hope and, wonder, like I felt like a 14-year-old. So I ain't 14. So I needed to make a decision that was, listen, this is not gonna work. It's just not. Like I want something more comprehensive. I want something more meaningful, and I just didn't feel like he was in the position to give that to me. And so when he didn't fight me, I'm like, okay, that was the best decision for everybody involved, and I'm cool with it. But I think that, a lot of what I said in my previous vlog about, pursuing or making myself emotionally available for men who are emotionally absent, or men who don't have a lot of time for me, or men who, whatever, I needed to kind of figure that out. And I needed to really make sure that I was drilling down to those issues so that I can resolve that, because I want to be able to move forward in a more comprehensive way and not create another situationship. Having said that, I do think that I've changed my position on dating multiple people at the same time. And because I'm so open and honest, like everybody involved will know that. Everyone would know, oh, I'm not seeing you exclusively and I have no desire to see you exclusively. I do think that I would definitely put out there that I'm not sleeping with all y'all. If I'm sleeping with any of y'all, like I'm not a prude. Listen, there's no value judgment for any woman that's out there. Like, y'all can sleep with none or all or whatever. What you do with your vagina and your uterus is your business, but that's just not the way that I get down. And I've never been that way. I've never been that way. And again, like I said, I'm not a prude. I just don't envision myself sleeping with a whole bunch of random people at the same time. Like, no. So, because I've removed that from this whole terminology and this whole definition, I do feel a lot better about it. I do think that it's something that I would explore. Now, here's the thing. Well, I have all these options. Like I told my friend, like just because he was saying something like, oh, it's great to know that people want you or something like that. Some crazy nonsense that he was telling me. And I told him, I was like, just because somebody wants to sleep with you don't mean that they want you. It's a difference. And any woman worth her salt knows that. Just because somebody wants to take you to bed doesn't mean that they want to be with you. I hope every woman knows that. Again, being a sexual being and exploring your sex and having fun and being safe and all that kind of stuff, God bless you, sis. Knock your socks off. But just for me, I'm at the age where all of that is just meaningless, and it's like I just want to snuggle in the bed with somebody that makes me happy and is really interested in my day and really interested in who I am as an individual and helping me to evolve and be a better me. I just think that it's important to me that I learn to develop that, and that doesn't happen in the bedroom. Whatever happens in the bedroom is a bonus, and so that's not really my focus. But I am inclined to really get to know someone and go out and date and actually have conversation and create some synergy around common themes, common ideas, or whatever. Even, like I enjoy opposing points of view. I honestly think that you get more out of conversations if you don't agree, because you get to have respectful debates and commentary, and you get a chance to see how people think and how people interact. I think that that's hugely important, and people undervalue that and undervalue the art of conversation. Anyway, so I think that I've changed my position a little bit. If you go back and find that roster dating video, I think that what I was saying then and what I'm saying now is worlds away. And for me, the complete difference is that added sex component. If you remove sex, for me, if you remove the idea of sex with all these random dudes that you might be going out to Starbucks with. I'm completely on board. I think that, women far too often narrow down their options and, get fixated on one person, just like I did in this last situation. Like, I literally was taking myself off the market for somebody who wasn't even committed to me. Like, we hadn't even had that conversation. But that's the way that I'm wired. And so I've got have to do some things differently, because if I don't, then I'll continuously find myself single and alone and very upset for all my trouble. For all my efforts. So anyway, those are my thoughts on that. Let me know what you think. If you have experienced, I don't want to call it roster dating. I really don't. If you've experienced just dating and you've had multiple people that you've gone out with, and it's been successful for you, and you've been able to get to know a plethora of individuals, and you think that that is the way to go, please drop me a line. Like, I sincerely want to engage and I want to hear about it. If you feel like, even if it's not serious, you just focus on one person until that just fizzles out and then you move on to the next person, which is kind of how my philosophy of dating was. Let me know about that too. Like, I sincerely want to hear your perspective and what you think. Okay? All right. I'll talk to y'all later.